All right, we are back with another Celtics NBA draft scouting video. Today, we are looking at Penn State center Yanic Konan Niederhauser, a late riser up draft boards. Various mocks have him in different places, but he was not in a lot of mock drafts I was seeing just a couple weeks ago, and now I see he's early second round. Yahoo Sports right here, Kevin O'Connor has him as the round 2 pick 1 to the Timberwolves, so right in between where the Celtics are picking at 28 and 32. DeAndre Jordan comp there, no ceilings draft guide has him here compared to Yves Missy, Charles Bassey, and Jackson Hayes. Good finisher, good rim protection, not the best versatility, and his rebounding is a little bit poor for his size, but have him here. You can see some of his stats in college. 13 points, 6 rebounds, less than assists, but almost 2.5 blocks. At Penn State, measurables, freakish length and size, rim protector, and a highlight machine. Obviously, we're gonna look at some highlights, but this is the new guy who's climbing up draft boards right now. Four-year player at Penn State. I don't know if he transferred, but I'll check that now.
Yeah, there is always a level of excitement with like athletic big guys like this that can jump, block shots, and part of the description, not only on No Ceilings but also across other draft expert scouting reports, is that he is like athletic enough to move quickly. He's just maybe not a switchable defender despite that, which can be okay. It can be really useful as a roaming type player, the way they used Robert Williams here a couple years ago, the way they've used Porzingis at times here as the help man. I think having somebody like this on your roster is always going to be an intriguing play, especially on defense. So I'm excited to get into the highlights, excited to see what we've got with the potential of drafting. He's Swiss, our Swissman,
Yes.
potentially.
So
Swede, right?
he is from Switzerland. He spent 2 years at Northern Illinois and then 1 season at Penn State before staying in this draft year. Went to high school in Germany. 7 foot is his listed height. He measured in a little shorter than that, as you do because you're not wearing shoes. Without shoes, though, he was listed at 6'11" and a quarter of an inch, so he's right around 7 feet. He's got a 9'3" standing reach and a 7'3" and a quarter wingspan. So he's a big dude with weighted in at 242. He was the like 10th heaviest player at the combine this year. So he's a big boy. He's a big guy, and he looks a lot bigger than the 6'11" that he weighed in or measured in without shoes. So we can watch some of these highlights. One of the things was obviously he was a human highlight reel, as No Ceilings like to put it. So we can take a look at what he brings to the table and make our judgments from there. But this is Yanic Konan Niederhauser. So they do end up trading Sam Hauser. We'll have another Hauser on the roster if they draft him.
I mean, his size alone makes him somebody you can envision getting rotation minutes next year, especially considering the uncertainties around Porzingis and Al Horford and Luke Cornett, who all 3 of them could not be on the roster next year, and I wouldn't be shocked. Not to say that they won't be back, but there's a possibility of it. To have somebody with a big body like this makes him an NBA-ready type guy, depending on how great of a feel he has for the game.
Yeah, I see the Jackson Hayes immediately, like the athletic, like super long arms, super good finisher around the rim. Like I see that. I do feel like he's a little bit of a bigger body than Jackson Hayes. I don't know Jackson's measurables, but I can see that comp. I mean,
Pull it up.
you see DeAndre Jordan in the Kevin O'Connor one. If he was DeAndre Jordan, he'd be a top 10 pick, right? Like that's what I always worry about with some of those comps. But he is a big dude, and you can see how he does play like DeAndre Jordan, at least with his style in terms of around the rim and playing that way. So
Hayes listed at
interesting.
220 at 7
Yeah,
feet.
so he's 20 pounds heavier than Jackson Hayes, which does make some sense. He pretty a lot bigger. He looks like a freak athlete. Like that's the fun part. It's tough in highlights to. I feel like it's always harder to judge bigs in highlights because a lot of the bigs best skills are not usually showing up in highlights. That was a good screen right there. They're always going to say screening is usually hard to see. Positioning under the rim is usually hard to see. We won't see much of it, but you can get a good feel from, I mean, for athleticism, for screening if there are enough of those. And I mean, he gets out of the screen pretty well. I did see a couple highlights. I'm going to write a scouting report on him. I did see a couple highlights of him finishing around the rim, and it does look like he could use a little bit of a clean up around the rim in terms of his finishing ability, but that can be worked on
the
for sure.
block. I love the blocks. Yeah, I mean, look, he can be a catch and finish guy with the dunks. Like, I think that is something we can take away from this immediately. He gets up there with plenty of room, and he's able to make it look easy to flush it home. So if you're thinking about, like he's playing off of Jaylen Brown next year or Derek White and he's in the dunker spot, he's going to be a threat to score off of dishes from drives all the time. And I think that's going to make him an easy plug-and-play guy, especially considering what they have done with Luke Cornett, who does all those things and has a soft touch on layups, but he's not as athletic.
Yeah. I mean, you see him here getting a couple post-ups. Obviously, I don't think these will be the types of things he will be getting in the NBA. I do like seeing the screening, though. I like to see how he can get out of screens. And you can see that a little bit more here. If they ever use the screen,
he didn't even hit the
set.
guy on this screen.
I know
he did a little pirouette. They're not even looking at him.
I don't love all the post ups. I don't love that. I don't think that's a big concerning thing. Good rebound there, but I wish he would.
I think the post ups come along with being that size in college, because a lot of these big guy prospects we've watched have their fair share of post ups in these mixtapes, even if they aren't the best post players.
But he's posting up bigger guys. like that's what I don't love. Like, stop. I don't like that. I mean, like you said, it could very well just be a part of how they do things, but I don't like that he's doing it while his team is running like multiple other things. Good rim protection there, though. Good rebound. Good handle. Well, almost. Not really.
Penn State was the second worst team in the Big Ten this year, so I'm guessing they did not have a lot of offensive options.
Not great. Not great. Don't love that. Good run the floor, though.
Oh, this is going to be sick. Yep. He is...
Freak. He's a freak.
He's a freak. There's no getting around that. At the very least, I think if you draft him, you get a fun Summer League watch. We can all enjoy that.
Yes. He seems a little bit like Jericho Sims to me. Maybe I'm just thinking of guys with afros, but like the freak athleticism, super tall, super freak athlete, and one right there. I mean, the big question is, can he set good screens? Can he get out of the screens effectively? And can he space the floor correctly at the dunker spot? Like, it's hard to see those things in highlights, like I was saying. Good rebound right there, though. Jesus. But I don't know. It's always tough, like I said, to evaluate big guys from just these things alone. I mean, I can pull up a Penn State game and we can watch the first 5 minutes, but that's like really the only way, you know what I'm saying, to evaluate his spacing on the floor.
Let me see if the No Ceiling Scouting Report says anything about his screen navigation. I don't see anything in the Yahoo one, so I'm taking a look here. Play finishing. Shoot 67% at the rim. He sure should.
Okay, here you go. We can watch this. Perfect. This is just a full game. We won't watch the whole thing. We can watch a few possessions, but this is early in the season, November game, Penn State, Clemson. See him come out of that screen, space the floor. I mean, like you said, Penn State wasn't a very good offense, but
they're not very good at all.
No, they're just
what a
on the
cupcake
coach
schedule. By the
what
way,
an awful camera work. By the way, like we just missed the entire possession because you were filming the coach.
That happens sometimes in the NBA.
What are we doing?
Once in a while, you get the player interview, and then something happens, and we're like, "Whoa, what did we miss?"
It's ridiculous. So where is he? He's coming up to set the screen here on the Clemson guy. I mean, he is just huge. Like, you can just tell he's a big guy. Wasn't really part of the play there.
A lot of the screens
he's off the floor here.
Is these guys are just not using the screen.
No, look at them moving. Yeah, look at him get up there. I like that. I like that energy. Yeah, the Penn State they don't use his screens ever. Like I get so mad if I was him.
Just stop setting him out of spite. Just go stand under the basket.
Good help defense. Not good enough. He got boxed out.
One of the knocks is his boxing out. He's not very aggressive boxing out, according to the Yahoo Scouting Report, which certainly could be a concern if he's.
Why do we have two guys setting a screen there? Their spacing is horrendous. I feel bad.
Do we need to bring in awful coaching to?
I mean, they're just setting. They're setting two screens at once at all times. Like, this is horrendous to watch. This is awful. I see why Penn State was so bad. I mean,
I feel like part of this might come with college basketball too.
He's
like them
doing
just not
what he
being
can.
pros.
Oh God, not a good pass.
Oh no.
Not a good pass. So not a good passer. I mean, from that one thing we saw, I can see a little bit of the not. Yeah, he's okay. Not the greatest box out guy in the world. You can see where some of the what's the word
Concerns.
the rawness comes
Yes.
in terms of his talent. Why he's not a top 15 pick. Not exactly boxing out there. He's kind of just standing there.
He's
And
using
again,
his
right
like
here.
whole right arm to box out,
I
leaving
mean,
him
this is
his
a
only his
this is a
left.
foul in the NBA. He's face guard blocking out.
Correct.
He's gonna get called for a foul here in the NBA.
My favorite part of these scouting videos is us learning, oh my god, they don't call any fouls.
Just got called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, which it sure was. Got out of the screen too early.
I will say that is my specialty. I set that illegal screen every time I set a screen in the park. Every time. I just start running in from the screen. And no one's gonna call it. And they just benched immediately. Yeah, not great. First 5 minutes, not great.
Speaking of the passing, because we saw the turnover there, he only logged 22 assists to 48 turnovers this entire season.
Not good. Not great. Not great. Not great. We can look at sleepers. They have weaknesses: post playmaking, footwork, shooting. Yeah, post playmaking. I see. I get. Strengths: freak athlete, rim protector, lob threat. Oh, hold up. I'm not sharing screen. Sorry. Strengths: freak athlete, rim protector, lob threat, P and R threat, getting downhill. Yeah, I mean he's an athlete. That's freaky. Post playmaking, footwork, and shooting. One word: Swiss donkey knife. I see. And then idea. I assume just like he's a concept more than a player. We have a ceiling and a floor for where they think he'll reach. Best team fits they have as the Wolves and the Nets. And let's see where else we got. In 5 years, bench and G League. Most likely to randomly develop playmaking skills. Oh gosh. Be a draft darling. Never heard from again. Oh god. Okay. Let's see best case and worst case from these guys.
Is to see if it's someone who fits that billing.
Let's start with best case comp first, because I'm not like dismissing his potential. His potential is absolutely there. What do you have for his best case comp?
His best case comp, I said Derek Lively. Going off of my superlative, I could see like him being an 8 and 7 guy who blocks a ton of shots, who's really just in there to dunk, play defense, and then make the occasional do the occasional like short role playmaking like Lively does.
I took the guy Derek Lively's best case comp probably is in DeAndre Jordan. Just 7-footer, freak athlete, rim protector, lob catcher. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how DeAndre Jordan's career would have gone had he not been on Lob City and the Clippers, but that kind of guy who impacts the game at the rim on both ends with his athleticism, I think that...
Okay, I get it. Let's see worst case. I can't imagine this is very good. Oh god, I can see it already.
Poku.
And what league did he play in?
His name is Alek Pokuševski.
Ah, okay. Poku. Forgot about Poku.
Just guy who could do a little bit of everything, the athleticism, the handle, the skill, like just the idea of the 7-footer or close, 7-footer who could do a little bit of everything. The idea of what he could be is tantalizing. Like he was going to be the centerpiece of a lot of what the Thunder could do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you go through his Wikipedia page, he was with the Thunder from 2020 to 2024. He also spent time with the Oklahoma City Blue 2020 to 2023. He then got traded to the Hornets in 2024, where he spent a lot of time with the Greensboro Swarm, and then is now playing for Partizan in the Euro League. It never worked out for him. Never worked out. Remains an idea.
Poku like probably a third the weight of Yanic.
Let's see.
Yanic would snap Poku like a twig.
Yes, that is.
But I get what you were going for.
Poku also has a lot more. I think your style is not the comp. It is the idea that doesn't come to fruition.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Ralph.
Yeah, another guy who I almost put down was Ike Anigbogu.
Oh, that would be a good one too.
Yikes.
A little bit, but he's not the athlete.
Yeah.
The same thing.
I completely forgot about that guy. Justin Patton, remember him, the Creighton big? Patton as well.
Justin Patton.
It's not good when they start
Colocco.
brainstorming failure bigs.
Yeah, not good. Okay. Now the question. Where does he go in our tier list, Sam? I have an idea. Curious to know what you think. But
I think
what do we think?
I think C or D tier, considering
agree.
some of the guys who, in my head, I know we're going to look at, like Thomas Sorber, hopefully Joan Beringer. Who else we missed? We did Kalkbrenner, we did Reynaud. There's one more guy in there that I'm forgetting. Those guys are kind of all more intriguing prospects to me than he is. So I would be interested if they drafted him, but I think Boston's picks are too high to take a chance on somebody that has so much to learn and doesn't have a great feel for the game.
Yeah, I don't love Yanic. I was hoping to like him a lot more when I saw him shooting up some of these boards, but just everything that he is good at is everything that I think is usually overrated in a prospect. I think athleticism is the most overrated skill when you're assessing a player. I think I say that constantly. People are probably sick of hearing me say that, but you could be good, but there's too much in theory at work there, I feel like, with him. So that said, let us know what you think. If you like Yanic Konan Niederhauser, let us know. Leave a like, subscribe. Let us know who else we should look at. We have a running list, but make sure to tell us in case you want to see anybody as soon as possible. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, let us know what you thought of Yanic, and subscribe. We're here every single day with new content. Full pods drop Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and in the summer we have other videos in between every single day, like these draft previews as we prepare, ramp up. It's less than 3 weeks away now, so get ready. Buckle up, subscribe. You can find us on Spotify and Apple as well. All pods and recaps are there. So if you just want those, they will go right to your feed if you follow. Leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very, very much. You can email us, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We're reading them every single time we record a podcast. This week we will be recording today, Friday, as this video is up. So get them in if you have anything to say. We've gotten plenty of emails since the offseason started. You guys have been fantastic, so keep it up. hbtcpod@gmail.com. Our socials are at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Facebook's the name of the podcast. All streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's at Jack's1NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus.